They say not all spirits are vengeful. Some return not to harm, but to heal. Nestled deep within the stony ridges and peaceful plains of Nwoko Hill, a quiet, close-knit village thrived on tradition and simplicity. The people lived in harmony, tending to their farms and sharing stories under the stars. One hazy afternoon, a stranger arrived. She was breathtaking, wrapped in a flowing coral-pink Ankara gown, her smile so radiant it seemed to brighten even the darkest hearts. Her name was Omali, and from the moment she stepped foot into the village, the air changed. Omali bought a small patch of land at the edge of the village and, to everyone's amazement, constructed a stunning round hut in just 2 days. Her speed and precision left the villagers whispering. Some said she hailed from a faraway kingdom where women were forced into loveless unions. Others claimed she carried the weight of a cursed past. Every morning, Omali would sit gracefully outside her hut, a large 3-legged pot steaming on firewood. The scent of her soups, peppery, rich, and hypnotizing, floated through the village like a spell. Her hands, swift and skilled, chopped vegetables with ease, her eyes focused yet kind. She stirred the stew with patience, never spilling a drop. Then came the fufu. Omali's technique was unmatched. She pounded yam and cassava with such rhythm and grace that onlookers often paused just to admire. When done, she molded the soft, steamy balls and placed them neatly on a wide wooden tray, then balanced it elegantly on her head. She would walk through the village, offering portions. The texture was flawless, the aroma irresistible. "Omali's fufu is like no other," villagers exclaimed. "By the spirits, it melts in your mouth." Even the elders, known for their skepticism, gave their blessings. But not everyone was pleased. Adawara, a well-known food vendor who had ruled the fufu trade in Nwoko Hill for over 10 years, watched in silence. Her stall, once bustling, now stood ignored. "What's wrong with my fufu?" she muttered to herself. "Is it not soft enough? What magic is she using?" Fury twisted her face. She must be hiding something. I will find out what it is. Night after night, Adawara crept around Omali's hut like a shadow. She watched, she waited. She tried to catch a secret ingredient, a ritual, anything, but nothing. Omali's process was ordinary, yet extraordinary. Frustrated, Adawara changed her fufu shape, added new spices, even tried giving it away free. But the villagers kept returning to Omali. What they didn't know was this: Omali was not alive. She had died just a few days before her arrival, in another village, far away from Nwoko Hill. Omali was once the third wife of Ikenna, a prosperous yam farmer in the town of Umeru. He had 3 wives, Lolo, Nma, and Omali, the youngest and his dearest. Omali's fufu was legendary. Even though all the wives cooked, "My husband ignores our food. She adds something. That's why he keeps praising her. One day she will leave this world for us to have peace." And so they plotted. One hot afternoon, as Omali napped under the shade of a palm tree, the 2 women crept in and strangled her. By the time Ikenna found her lifeless body, it was too late. Lolo and Nma wept beside him, false tears masking their guilt. Omali's funeral was quiet, her grave shallow, but her spirit did not sleep. She rose, full of pain, of love left behind, of purpose unfulfilled. And that's how she found herself in Nwoko Hill, in a new hut, sharing her love for food once more. Back in the village, her fame grew. Songs were composed about her. Even young bachelors proposed marriage, enchanted by her beauty and kindness. One day, Ponderu, an old village elder, noticed something strange. As he passed by her hut, he observed her shadow twist oddly under the sunlight. It flickered, shifted, and didn't quite align with her body. Curious, he returned the next day and watched from afar as she pounded yam. Her arms moved, but for a brief moment, he saw right through her. His heart thudded. "Omali," he whispered. What are you?" Omali's gaze met his, calm, still, deep. Then she vanished. Ponderu stumbled backward in terror. He sprinted to the village square, breathless. "She's a spirit!" he shouted. The villagers gathered. "What are you saying, Ponderu? What nonsense?" "I saw it with my own eyes," he swore. "She disappeared. Her shadow. It's not normal." In disbelief, the villagers followed him to her hut. but Omali was gone. Just as they turned to leave, she reappeared right in front of them. Her eyes shimmered with pain. "I am not here to harm," she said. "I was killed by envy, by my husband's other wives. They ended my life because of my cooking, because of love." The villagers were stunned. Some wept, others backed away in fear. Yet others, touched by her honesty, embraced her truth. "She brings joy," one elder said. "Let her stay." "She's never harmed anyone," another agreed. Omali wept, tears of gratitude. The villagers welcomed her fully. Her fufu stall became a sacred ground. People traveled from nearby towns to taste her food, to be near her. Even Adaora, the once bitter rival, softened. One morning, she approached with a shaky voice. "Omali, please, teach me." Omali smiled. "Come, let's cook together." And so they did. As Harvest Festival approached, the village buzzed with celebration. Omali and Adaora's food took center stage. Their partnership bloomed. Adaora grew kinder. The people danced, laughed, and sang. But fate wasn't done. One evening, a weary traveler arrived. He was older now, his face drawn with sorrow. It was Ikenna. He had heard rumors of a ghostly woman selling fufu in Nwoko Hill, of a spirit that smiled with kindness. Something deep inside told him it was Omali. When he reached her hut, he saw her, pounding with grace. "Omali," he whispered, tears filling his eyes. She paused. "Why have you come?" she asked, voice trembling. "I didn't know what happened. They told me you died in your sleep. I failed you." Omali stared at him, anger flashing, then fading. "You were meant to protect me." "I know," he said. "Let me make it right." Omali nodded slowly. "Help me with the business," she said. And so they cooked together, quietly, gently. Love rekindled, laughter returned. The villagers watched and rejoiced. Years passed. Omali's presence became part of the village's identity. She healed wounds, advised the troubled, inspired the lost. But nothing lasts forever. One cool evening, she took Ikenna's hand. "My time has come," she said softly. "Where will you go?" he asked, voice cracking. "To peace, to rest." He nodded. "I'll join you soon." Omali turned to the villagers one last time. "Thank you," she said. "Keep my legacy alive." Then she vanished into the wind. Tears fell like rain. Ikenna returned to Umeru. With courage, he exposed the truth. Lolo and Nama were exiled for their wickedness. And Omali? Her story remained in Nwoko Hill, a legend. A reminder that jealousy destroys but forgiveness heals. A spirit once broken found new life through kindness. Moral: envy corrupts but kindness lives forever. Even in death, love can rise again.